Okay, we're in the old city. I just took the metro, and I don't really have a clue where in the old city I am, but I just want to look around. So yeah, that's fine. Let's go. I just passed the Post Museum, and the doors were open, and then there was one little kid who looked at me, asked, "Do you want in Swedish?" I was like, shaking my head, and then he closed the doors by himself. Oh, I love it here. Yo, this beer house with the average German guests. A little bit more delicate here. Yo, what are you? Yo, the witch is in. Okay, that was funny. I would have loved to film inside, but it was like 3 square meters packed to the brim with stuff. And there were like 5 people inside, so I just couldn't get a shot anywhere. However, the witch is in is the perfect sign, because there was the counter, and behind it there was like this huge dude sitting there. I was like, oh, hi. Apparently he's just a substitute for his girlfriend, which is right now unavailable, so he's just taking over the shop for like half an hour or an hour. It was so funny. He was hilarious. I love it. I just bought this postcard, but it was from a Asian-looking woman in a Swedish souvenir store who only spoke English and was only taking cash. Like, what? This is the most unusual thing ever. A stereotypical sock shop. Oh, Gottesdienst mit Pastor Jörg. Yo, Gabriel art. His name is Gabriel, obviously, and he's really doing some cool artwork. So I said I will come back, maybe to buy one next year or so. They're really cool. Can really recommend checking it out. Awesome stuff. Okay, I've just had Princess Torta for the first time, which is like a really, well, famous Swedish kind of cake. It's good. Yeah, tasty. Can't really complain. It's a little bit heavy, but it's tasty. Yeah, can recommend. I know why it's so famous now. so I just purchased 3 books. One is Harry Potter Part 4, and the other 2 are Norschen, which is it's called child book series, which I bought the first one like 3 years ago, and I loved it back then when my speech was not that good, and I just purchased the next 2. So that's awesome. I'm really excited to see what they are and how, if I can read them better than 3 years ago. This is the test of skills. Awesome. I'm happy. Yo, the house. It's not straight. What? Wow, you come on this small street, and on the other side, it's like Kungliga Slotten. I guess one of the biggest castles in the entirety of Sweden. Here in the old city of Stockholm, there are so many tourists. I've heard people speaking Swedish, German, English, some Asian languages, Spanish. And the thing is, the guys in the restaurants, they don't even start talking Swedish. They just approach you in English, which is way more efficient because more people speak it. It's crazy. Found Doctor Who. Yo, look at this. Everything here belongs to that one kebab shop over there. It's crazy. I mean, rents must be insane here, so I can't imagine that they can hold this place. I don't know. Seems crazy. I mean, we're in the center of Gamla Stan, so... Oh, and also, for that one cinnamon roll and the coconut chocolate ball thingy, I just paid 13 euros, which is absurd. And I mean, it's not a price I would pay again. I mean, they were decent, but not my type of candy. Okay, where the hell are we? Okay, so I think I've seen almost everything of the Gamla Stan. So now I'm heading up over there, which is like a small island to the west of Gamla Stan. I think it's not big, it's just like even a quarter of the size, might be overestimating it. So let's check it out real quick. Yo, by the way, the toilet at the cafe where I just was, you couldn't lock it. There was no lock, nothing. There was not even a handle for the door, so it wouldn't even close properly. It was just always like, you know, when the door falls and it just doesn't close properly because that little thing that's sticking out is in the way. Yeah, that's how the toilet was. You couldn't even pull it in because it had no handle. Why? Why did I spend 13 euros and then get that experience? What? Fix your toilet, for God's sake. You know, that's the door for the Scandinavian people. And this door here is for like the rest of Europe. Sadly, the church just closed 20 minutes ago. Okay, I just sat down to relax a bit, say a few words, and in 1.5 hours I'll be going to my secret reservation thing. Yeah, I just want to say the Stockholm for me is more of a tourist slash vacation city and not a city that I would want to live in, because it's super crowded, everything is insanely expensive, the people are more like, nah, don't talk to me, rather than being extrovert, like the people in Göteborg were. The public transport here in Stockholm is filled to the brim. They are overflowing after work hours, and probably, I haven't tested it, even when everybody is trying to get to work. So yeah, public transport here in those bad hours is absolutely disgusting. Hate it. Oh yeah, also this is the second time, so 2 out of 2 from my vacations here, where I've had the worst apartment and the worst like vacation feeling. I felt more on vacation when I was in Göteborg, even in Linköping, rather than here. Don't get me wrong, this city is insanely beautiful if you have a sunny day and you're just standing by the water. I mean, you've seen the footage, it's gorgeous, but nah, I'm not really enjoying my trip here as I was back in Göteborg. Actually, what I admire about Sweden instead of Germany is that they have USB chargers, Type A and Type C USB, in all of the public transports here. Every I have been in the bus and everywhere. You can't just plug it in. They have like one for almost every seat. It's just crazy here. I love it. So that side of Stockholm. Interesting to notice as well that the food here, outside of the restaurants, but then actually in the supermarkets, is more expensive than in Germany. For example, 1 liter of milk is 2 euros 30 here, where in Germany is like 120 to 140, I believe. Not even sure. And they even have more expensive milk than that. So you can pay up to, I believe, 4 euros 50 was the highest I've seen here for 1 liter of milk, which is absurd once again. Then again, they have a wider range of selection for every single food that they offer, I believe. I've seen, I had to Google the word, sea buckthorn pudding in just like a can, like vla, which I know from the Netherlands, and in Germany we just call it Sanddorn instead of sea buckthorn. But what is this name? And I love that stuff. However, the pudding that I got here, it's okay, but it's not great. So yeah, about my apartment. When I walked in, the guy who was letting me in had seen that the floor wasn't clean, so he then started picking up a broom and then started cleaning the floor and the kitchen, which was weird because that made me think my room hadn't been cleaned, which in afterthought I think it was. I'm just not entirely sure, but yeah, it's still weird. Also, they have no scissor in there, none, and the knives are the worst. I've tried like piercing with a with a refined metal knife through a plastic package for something I bought, and it just it didn't work. I tried cutting a cucumber, and it didn't work. It left like a like a like a valley in the cucumber when I was pressing, but it just didn't cut. Like, why even have that knife? What? It's insane. Also, the kitchen does not have a door, so when I'm trying to make a meal and somebody is sleeping, he hears everything because the walls in the apartment are super thin. You hear absolutely everything. Um, Same for the bathroom. So we have a bathroom which is like, I don't know, 3 square meters. There's a washing machine, a shower, a toilet, and a sink. And it is so cramped in there, and it's one of those standing showers where you're just standing in the room rather than in like a, I don't know, let's call it a bowl. Um, and you just have a curtain that you draw in front of you, but the curtain doesn't reach to the floor. So all of the water sprinkles below the curtain all over the bathroom, and the bathroom is completely covered in water after every shower. And since there are 3 people in the apartment, which I didn't know, um, the bathroom is constantly flooded on the floor. Constantly. It is in some form disgusting. Um, Also, since it is flooded, the guy gave me some indoor shoes, which are pink Crocs with the size of 40, 41 European size, and I have like 45, 46, so they don't fit at all. Yeah. Yeah. Then another funny story. When I came home, I had my Swedish lesson, and there's this 2 courses. So I had a short break in between of like 10 minutes, and I wanted to use the toilet. So I went outside, and the guy who rented the apartment was there, and he was using the washing machine. However, the washing machine, it has a tube, right, which goes into the wall with all the like the dirty water that was used for washing, where it goes out into the wall. Yeah, that didn't exist. The tube, apparently, if you want to wash something, you have to put it in the toilet and put the toilet seat on top of it, so that it holds in position. And I was like, yo, is that supposed to be? And he was like, yeah, don't worry about it. If you want to use the toilet, just take it out and then put it back in afterwards. So I was like, okay, interesting. Never thought of that. I turned around to the bathroom. The washing machine starts flushing, and there was so much pressure behind the water that the tube flew out of the toilet, and it once again covered the entire bathroom with water from the washing machine and all that soap and stuff. Ugh. Yeah, so that happened. Why do I keep getting these apartments? And the last bit for my apartment is the windows which I have are 2 like really high up windows, so they are like above head height, and I need to like reach really far up to get to the handle, which is one of these turning handles, which then moves a small lock upwards, which prevents the window from being opened. However, this thing is so old and stiff. All the force I've used could not actually turn that handle, so I can't properly close my window. And the other window does not have a handle, right? There is this the small thingy up at the top where the lock goes in. However, the lock is missing. So what they did is they closed the window, folded a straw, which you can like sip through, folded it, and put it up through the lock, and then the window is falling against that straw. What? And then I told the guy who I'm renting the apartment from about it. He didn't even know. What? How? How can you're selling the apartment room? How can you not know this? Like, I don't understand people who do this. Oh yeah, also about the food, the cheese which I bought in Göteborg was good, was okay, not my favorite, but it was decent. The salmon salad I have had yesterday was okay. Actually, it was amazing, except there was I don't know the word, coriander in there. I don't know the word in English. Some kind of spice which I absolutely despise. I just found it out through that salad. But other than that, it was great. I mean, I paid like 10 euros for that, but I mean, I wish we had such good food choices back in Germany. And the sourdough bread also is really good. However, the freshly baked sourdough bread in Göteborg, in the ICA Focus thingy, like the really bake store, that was by far the best bread I've ever had when it was made fresh. It was insanely good. Also, one thing that I want to mention is, since I'm actively learning Swedish, you have no clue how hard it is to actually remember the right words in English, because I'm always like, the Swedish words always jump into my head. It's like a curse, because it makes speaking English so much harder than it used to be. I mean, I can already tell that my English has improved quite a bit over the last few days from when I watched the first episode of my vlog. It's crazy how learning a third language makes the second language that you learned so much harder. I mean, it's probably just a temporary thing, because once I have the right words, and I can like remember all of them, I think it works properly. But it's so weird. I don't know if any of you have like tried to learn a third language properly. If you've experienced the same thing, let me know. It's just weird because I'm always remembering like, but that was the word for remember in Swedish. That's komma ihåg. But it's yes, it's just weird. I don't know. I hope that goes away again. I don't really know what this is, but it just looks like one of those Minecraft buildings where you want to get rid of your overflowing brick storage. Guess the camera can't bring over how insanely huge this tower is. Oh, this is where I arrived, like, what, 3 days ago? There. It's called T-Centralen. is it. I have a spot in like 10 minutes at the Ice Bar in Stockholm. I really want to check it out. Yo, I got my drink here. But it's super slippery. Yo, okay, that was actually kind of cool. I thought in the beginning that the place would be bigger, but they're limiting to like 10 people all the time. So you have only a 15 to 20 minute period where you can enter and have to leave then again. But it was, the art was so cool, beautiful. Yeah, for the entrance, because you have to pay an entrance fee, and for the drink, which is included, I paid about 25 euros roughly. So yeah, it's on the more expensive side, but especially if you're there with a friend, I guess this can be really, really cool. So I recommend check them out. They are right next to the central station. Yeah, give it a go. I have never been at Max, so yeah, let's check it out. It's really huge here in Sweden. Yeah, that Max menu was okay. It's like Burger King or McDonald's from home. Spent like 15 euros for that, so it was okay. Can't really complain, just not my style of food. I have no clue where the hell I am. There's just escalators going anywhere, down, up, nowhere, and I'm not finding the line that I need to get home. Where the hell am I here? This is like one station. It's ginormous. Okay, I asked a random guy, and he interestingly only spoke Swedish. And I asked him how to get to the line that I need. He said, "Yo, get on the train, one station." I got in, but the information thing that was hung up in the train, it said 2 stations. So I drove 2 stations. Now I am here waiting for another train, and I drove in the completely wrong direction. Yeah, I think I should have just asked another guy. That didn't age well. As long as I get home, I'm fine. Oh no, my backpack is stuck. This is the line that I need to take, the 17. And where? So I arrived at my train station, Gullmarsplan, and usually when I get here by train. And now I wanted to take the train back instead of the bus, which I have been doing until today. And I asked one of the information guys, how do I get to where I want to go? And he's like, no, there is no train. You can only take the bus. And I'm like, there is a train. I take it every friggin' morning. Why do you... What? It's just confusing. People here have apparently no clue about their own train system. And